This is HackWire Daily, your AI-powered cybersecurity threat briefing. Today is Saturday, March 14th, 2026. Here are your top stories. First up, a significant win for international law enforcement. Interpol, on Friday, announced a massive global cybercrime takedown, disrupting 45,000 malicious IP addresses and servers. This extensive operation also led to the arrest of 94 individuals suspected of involvement in various cybercriminal activities worldwide. The targeted infrastructure was primarily used in connection with sophisticated phishing campaigns, the distribution of malware, and ransomware attacks, marking a crucial step in safeguarding victims and dismantling criminal networks. This multi-country effort underscores the growing necessity of international cooperation in combating cybercrime, which inherently transcends national borders. Interpol's ongoing strategy focuses on disrupting the operational capabilities of these criminal groups, making it harder for them to launch attacks and exploit vulnerabilities. The scale of this takedown highlights the persistent threat posed by organized cybercrime and the complex web of digital infrastructure they rely upon to execute their illicit operations. Such coordinated actions not only remove key components of the cybercriminal ecosystem, but also gather vital intelligence that can lead to further investigations and arrests.
The impact of this operation extends beyond the immediate numbers. By taking down a substantial number of command and control servers and phishing domains, Interpol has effectively blunted numerous ongoing and planned attacks. This provides a temporary reprieve for potential victims and forces threat actors to rebuild their infrastructure, costing them time and resources. It also sends a strong message to cybercriminals that law enforcement agencies globally are increasingly capable and committed to tracking, disrupting, and prosecuting those who exploit digital vulnerabilities for financial gain or malicious intent. Our next story shifts focus to a major platform decision. Meta has announced plans to discontinue support for end-to-end encryption, or E2EE, for chats on Instagram, with the change set to take effect after May 8, 2026. This move marks a significant shift in the platform's privacy offerings and has notable implications for user data security and confidentiality. Instagram users with impacted chats will receive instructions on how to download any media or messages they wish to retain before the deadline.
End-to-end encryption is a critical security feature that ensures only the sender and intended recipient can read messages, preventing eavesdropping from third parties, including the service provider itself. Meta's decision to remove E2EE from Instagram chats while maintaining it on platforms like WhatsApp raises questions about the company's differing privacy strategies across its ecosystem. For users, this means that after May 8, 2026, Instagram chats will no longer offer the same level of privacy protection, making them potentially accessible to Meta or, under certain circumstances, to law enforcement or other entities with appropriate legal requests. The discontinuation of E2EE on Instagram could be driven by a variety of factors, including regulatory pressures, operational complexities, or a desire for greater data accessibility for content moderation and targeted advertising. Regardless of the underlying reasons, users should be aware of this change and adjust their expectations regarding the privacy of their communications on the platform. It serves as a stark reminder for individuals to critically evaluate the security features of the services they use and to understand the implications for their personal data, especially when sensitive information is being exchanged. Moving to state-sponsored threats, a suspected China-based cyber espionage operation has been identified targeting military organizations across Southeast Asia. This sophisticated campaign, tracked by Palo Alto Network's Unit 42 under the moniker CLStat-1087, has been active since at least 2020, indicating a long-term, persistent effort to gather intelligence from critical national security entities. The threat actors are reportedly leveraging custom malware strains, specifically identified as AppleCris and Memfun, to achieve their objectives. AppleCris and Memfun are believed to be advanced forms of malware designed for espionage, likely functioning as remote access Trojans or information stealers. These tools allow the attackers to gain persistent access to compromised networks, exfiltrate sensitive data, and potentially maintain a foothold for future operations. The use of custom malware suggests a well-resourced and technically proficient adversary, characteristic of state-sponsored groups. Their focus on military organizations in Southeast Asia points to strategic intelligence gathering related to geopolitical interests, defense capabilities, and regional alliances.
This ongoing campaign highlights the pervasive nature of state-sponsored cyber espionage and the continuous threat it poses to national security infrastructure worldwide. For targeted military organizations, such breaches can compromise classified information, operational plans, and strategic communications, potentially undermining national defense. It also underscores the crucial role of threat intelligence firms like Palo Alto Networks in identifying, tracking, and reporting on these clandestine activities, providing vital insights for defensive measures and informing broader geopolitical understanding. Next, the FBI is sounding the alarm for gamers, actively seeking victims of malicious Steam titles used to spread malware. The agency has launched an investigation into 8 specific games uploaded to the popular gaming platform, which were found to contain harmful software. This initiative aims to gather crucial information from individuals who may have installed these compromised games, as part of an ongoing effort to understand the scope and impact of this particular cyber threat.
The method employed by these threat actors is particularly insidious because it leverages the trust users place in established gaming platforms, like Steam. Gamers often download titles without extensive scrutiny, assuming that the platform's vetting processes would prevent malicious software from being distributed. However, this incident demonstrates that even reputable platforms can be exploited, leading to the unsuspecting installation of malware. The types of malware typically distributed through such means can range from information stealers, which harvest credentials and personal data, to cryptocurrency miners, or even initial access points for more severe threats like ransomware. For gamers and the broader public, this serves as a critical reminder to exercise caution even when downloading content from seemingly legitimate sources. The FBI's call for victims underscores the importance of user vigilance, maintaining updated antivirus software, and being wary of games or applications that request unusual permissions or exhibit suspicious behavior. If you believe you may have installed one of these malicious Steam titles, contacting the FBI directly can provide vital information to assist their investigation and help protect other potential victims. Finally, we turn our attention to a sophisticated phishing campaign that is leveraging bogus VPN clients to steal enterprise credentials. The threat actor, identified as Storm2561, is distributing highly convincing fake enterprise VPN clients designed to mimic legitimate software from major vendors such as Ivanti, Cisco, and Fortinet. This insidious tactic aims to deceive unsuspecting corporate users into surrendering their legitimate login credentials, providing attackers with direct access to critical corporate networks. The sophistication of this campaign lies in its meticulous execution. The fake VPN clients are often indistinguishable from their genuine counterparts, complete with authentic-looking branding, user interfaces, and even functional elements that appear to work. Attackers typically distribute these through highly targeted spear phishing emails or compromised internal systems, making them incredibly difficult for average users to detect. Once a user enters their credentials into the bogus client, the information is immediately captured by the threat actors, granting them unauthorized access to the organization's virtual private network. The implications of compromising VPN credentials are severe, as VPNs often serve as the primary gateway for remote employees to access internal corporate resources. A successful attack can bypass traditional perimeter defenses, potentially circumvent multi-factor authentication if not properly configured, and provide attackers with a direct pathway to sensitive data, intellectual property, and critical infrastructure. Organizations must prioritize robust security awareness training for employees, implement stringent multi-factor authentication across all remote access points, and ensure that all software downloads, especially for critical tools like VPN clients, are verified through official, trusted channels. Now for a quick hit. Microsoft is currently investigating a new issue impacting some Samsung laptops running Windows 11. Following the installation of the February 2026 security updates, users on these specific devices have reported losing access to their C drive and being unable to launch applications. Microsoft is working closely with Samsung to resolve this critical bug impacting system functionality. That's all for this morning brief of HackWire Daily. Stay patched, stay vigilant. Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, and visit hackwire.news for the full stories. Until next time.